How you going, guys? Today I thought I'd share some quick tips on just little things in Jiu-Jitsu that you can do to make your life a little easier. Alright, let's start with open guard. So when we pass an open guard, there's all sorts of passes that we can do. Alright, we're not going to focus on a pass specifically, but about how to hold the feet. So that Jazz's legs don't die, we'll just put them here for now, alright? So a lot of people will grab the ankles and Toriander pass, and they might do a pressure pass or something like that, okay, to enter. But when we've grabbed ankles, it's like a solid pole here, really, that we're trying to hold on to. And with our hands gripping onto something that's solid and pole-like, you know, if Jazz wants to try and get her feet out, it's a little bit easier. So if you roll to the thumb, you know, it's a bit more easier for her to do that. So there's a really cool black belt I used to train with years ago who was really into body mechanics, and he really thought about, you know, how do we hold the body better so that we can achieve our goals in Jiu-Jitsu. So he taught me that let's hold the feet. And the feet here, we want to cup over the toes, yeah? And the feet end up being like rope. So when she's trying to move, I move with her. And the feet are like flexible. So we've got this rope kind of action which absorbs all the energy. So it prevents her from being able to break my grip easier. So I don't know, Jasmine, give it all you got and just try and get out. And I'm just going to go with her. Alright, it's nice and flexible, and we can move it a little bit better too. Alright. So that's your first quick tip. I use that all the time, ever since you told me. I've just used it, and it's just so good because they just don't know what to do when you grab the toes like that. Okay, the second quick tip is about close guard. And I got taught this move by my old instructor, and he's two-stripe black belt. He's awesome, like Featherstone, and this is about retaining close guard, and it's something super simple. Alright, so when we have our close guard, we get close guard, and we've crossed our feet, we're doing all this hand fighting. But if you watch my feet there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to point my feet to the ground, both the feet, and I'm just going to lift my hips a little bit. It kind of naturally happens when you point your toes down and your hips come up. And that angle of your muscles and the legs and feet just really makes it so much more difficult for a person to pass your guard, all right? To even start passing the guard, it's just so much more difficult. So the next one will be with close guard again. So when we have someone in close guard, traditionally, you know, they'll do their normal straight, you know, basic 101 guard pass. So if you start doing that. So what they're doing, they're putting that knee in the butt there, they're trying to create distance and all these angles to break your feet. So basically all I want you guys to do is to chase the gap and fall in the gap, and she'll reset, and then she'll do it again, and I'm going to chase that gap. Alright, and that's all I'm going to continuously do. And when I'm chasing that gap, I'm going to be breaking posture, so go. I'm going to be breaking posture and moving her and getting out of that position where, you know, I'm in danger of having my guard passed. So they're just some quick tips this week to help you game. And it's amazing how sometimes these little things can actually just really help you game. You might be a person that stands up a lot and enters into open guard and tries to pass and is having problems with it, because they will break your grips there. So you grab the feet over the toes like rope, and it's kind of like a momentum thing too, and then you can get your pass. Much harder for them to get away. And then the next one, pointing the toes down and hips up. It creates all the angles which makes the person breaking and passing your guard just that bit more difficult. And then, man, just chasing that gap with that traditional guard break. Chase the gap, create momentum when you're doing it. Chase the gap, chase the gap, chase the gap. As you're chasing the gap, just reset your feet too, because you're not as threatened when you're chasing that gap. When you fall in the gap, reset your feet. That's a safe time to reset your feet so you're feeling a bit stronger. All right, something a little bit different this week. I hope that really helps you game. And if you're liking our videos, put the big like and subscribe and share it amongst your mates. And hopefully it helps.